What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Well, if you're wondering what I traded my mega cab for, here it is. 2012 Dodge Ram Power Wagon. All right, so let's talk about it real quick. I've had this truck for about a month and so far no issues, and I actually got it during a time when it was actually monsoon season here in Arizona, so I had some good chances to put it to the test, put the Power Wagon name to the test, and so far it's passed all of them flawlessly. At least for me, I know these trucks can pretty much go almost anywhere. So, but no, I absolutely love this truck. I have no intentions of selling this, trading this thing in anytime soon. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be a keeper for a very long time. So let's go over it real quick. This is 2012, and there's actually a very unique configuration for this truck for this year, 2012, 2013. And honestly, the main reason why I got this year truck, and specifically 2012, 2013. Shout out to IWrocker. If you guys don't follow his channel, be sure to go check out and subscribe, like his channel. If it wasn't for him, I've always loved the Power Wagons. I kind of thought they were kind of always about the same, give or take, for all of them across the board, but come to find out, they really aren't. I mean, besides going from the 5.7 to 6.4, from the third generation Rams to all the way to like the fifth. So anyway, I'm babbling on. Let me I'll go through this. So it has 5.7 liter Hemi V8, the second gen Hemi, which is, it has MDS and all that stuff, and updated heads and stuff. But the interesting part is this is mated up to a 66 RFE transmission with a BorgWarner 4477 transfer case. And so it's like super beefy, and the 5.7 liter is actually what I wanted. And this is like the kind of a few, like I said, 2012, 2013 were the only years to where you could find a Power Wagon with that configuration. So all in all, you have like a base model 5.7 liter, well, the updated 5.7 liter, but it's pretty much matched up to like a heavy duty drivetrain almost. I'm pretty sure the diesel's got the 66 RFB. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I'm like, it's a really crazy neat configuration. And I know for those of you guys wondering, oh, you should have got the 6.4, like for what, like 20 more, 30 more horsepower and torque. Like, and honestly, at the end of the day, if you guys think about it, for as far as like cost of ownership, and not saying, and reliability, not saying the 6.4 or the 5.7 are unequally reliable. It's just there's an easier chance for me to be able to afford and find, if catastrophic failure were to happen, to find a replacement 5.7 liter Hemi. I mean, they're in the Durangos, they're in just, other model Rams. They're everywhere. It'd be easier to be able to find one of those in a junkyard than I would be stumbling across a 6.4 liter. If worst case scenario, I'd have to replace the engine or whatever. But even like, I'm pretty sure replacement parts for the 5.7 are cheaper than it would be if I had to replace something catastrophic on a 6.4. Whether it be like, if something internal. Like I said, I'm still learning the whole Mopar game. I've learned a lot throughout the year I've had the mega cab, and I'm still learning about them, and yep, I love them. I mean, like, they're everywhere. So all right, I'll get more in detail and do a quick walk around. All right, starting from the front, this is the 4th gen front end, the 4th gen Ram style. It comes with a worn 12,000 pound winch, which is pretty sick. So I'll probably make some separate videos stuff if I were to use this or whatever, but there's a lot of stuff like, stuff for these trucks on the internet. So I said I'm mostly going to be a Honda guy, especially on the Accord game. But yeah, pretty much there's a control inside the truck. Pull this cap off, plug it in, and you can control the winch. Moving around, coil over fronts, Bilsteins in front and rear. That's from factory. They come with Bilstein shocks. And this is aftermarket from the last owner, which there only was one owner of this truck. Automated side steps on both sides, so we're gonna open the front door, rear door, and you guys can't really see them because it's daytime, but here there's LED lights that illuminate the steps. And the cool thing is, if you open the passenger side, the lights will turn on here, but the steps will not come out. So I love it. It's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna have to redo it or check it out more thoroughly. It wasn't a bad installation job. I just didn't like how they did the wiring. They didn't really tuck the wiring too good. And you guys can see this. Yeah, it just kind of sits there. So probably do a little clean up better job than that. Gotta protect it. Ram box. Now this is a cool thing about this truck too. they kept the rear leaf springs. So this truck actually has a bit heavier tow and payload capacity than some of the newer ones. And I mean up to like 2019 and stuff, because I believe they did away with the rear leaf springs after, I want to say 2014, 2015. I could be wrong on that. Correct me in the comments below. Power wagon. Yep. Bilstein shocks. Big old rear diff. And check the crazy part about this truck too. So you got the 5.7 liter, the updated, slightly more power than the older ones. You have the 66 RFE 6-speed automatic transmission, and you have 456 gears in the rear. 456. And then after that, I believe they went to 410 around 2014, 2015. I believe they lowered it back down, or raised it to like 14. No, lower, raise? I don't know. I'm kind of dumb. But they went to the 410. And as far as exterior goes, that's about it for now. If I do anything crazy upgrades to it, which I'm planning on doing, but nothing like crazy, you know, your typical truck stuff, light bars and all that dumb crap. All right, moving into the interior, which the interior, I have not really cleaned this truck out since the month I've had this thing. So I love the colors, brown and tan, really dig it. Now, the one thing that I really miss the Mega Cab for is obviously the Mega Cab feature. And the one thing I don't like about this truck so far, which isn't a really big deal, actually I've had, when the kids were here, they sat in this thing through a road trip and they had no complaints, and they actually had a chance to ride in the Mega Cab before, and they said like it wasn't really like the lean back option and the extra little leg room really wasn't that much of a deal. And the 14-year-old, he's like getting taller than I am. He's already like 5'11", so he big old legs. And he had no complaints. But instead of like the traditional Mega Cab that I had, where you lift this and all this folds down this way, and you actually have the capabilities of putting stuff underneath the seats and bench, you cannot. You just lift up and you have this. This thing broke off. I got to fix that. But then, yep, you got storage on here. This is the winch controller right here. You kind of have some extra room back here. I have an inflatable mattress back there for, you know, just in case. You also got the rear vents back here, which work nicely. Let's see here, you got 2 speakers up here. I believe, let's see, I think there's like a total of like 8 or 9 speakers in this truck. I can't remember, but a lot. Okay, front, as I said, this truck's dirty. The interior is super nice. Okay, that's a Broadway mirror. That does not come with the truck. I put that on there because, you know, I gotta have some sort of JDM factor in this stupid thing. Okay. Yep, sunroof, and it works. And your controls up here, and it's automatic rear. The center window opens as well with those switches. And the cool thing too, at nighttime, oh, that's me hitting the seat. You guys can see this up here. Okay, so that little part right there is actually like a LED, green LED bulbs. When you're driving at night, it shines this entire area, like it illuminates everything so that you can see everything here. It's not blinding, it's not distracting. It's actually really cool. Actually, I didn't even notice it till my fiance mentioned it to me. She's like, oh, that's a really cool feature. I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh shoot, it's like something on. Did I turn that on? But no, it's just when you have your headlights on, that automatically comes on and it illuminates all this stuff in like a really nice green tint. Touchscreen with navigation. So the funny thing is, here, I gotta get, I didn't think this thing had a CD player, and then I finally figured it out. And hang on. Yep, CD's right there. So that was funny. I was like, man, all this truck has these cool features, but no CD player. And then I'm still trying to figure out what this is. I haven't had a chance to read the manual. I should probably do that. And then, you know, headlight stuff. Whoa. No, put that back in there. Yeah, and then if you guys watched the previous video review video I did of the Mega Cab, I told you guys how I didn't like how these the fins on the AC vents, you couldn't really adjust them. Like this adjustability in these things are way better, way better. Got cigarette lighter for charging. You have a freaking inverter already built in this truck. Super sick. Tow mode, traction control, power on the inverter. Backup camera. There's a backup camera in this truck. I didn't show you guys that, but yeah, it's there, and has like the grids and stuff like you see on your, you know, new age cars these days. Remember, this is me coming from a guy who's been driving like a 96 Civic and even older cars, you know, older Hondas than that for like up until the 2020s. So I know this is like what, almost a 10-year-old truck, but all this technology and stuff still new to me, so bear with me. Let's see here, what else we got? So the cool feature about this, so axle unlock, locks the rear diff, locks front and rear, and I believe you can only lock front and rear diffs in 4 low and manual. Transfer case shifter, which is crazy too. Transfer case is a Borg Warner 4477, so it's updated. And oh yeah, and this is another crazy feature, so this took me a minute to figure out too. So this is the front sway bar disconnect. So this electronically disconnects the front sway bar for more articulation if I have to get over like really crazy terrain, which I've used all these features already, tested, they worked. I'm gonna try to hopefully get some footage in this video. If not, I'll do a separate video to show all the footage that me and Monkey Mike from Monkey Wrenching were doing, testing this truck out. I was in this truck and he had his turbocharged second gen V10. And I think that's about it for that. But yeah, guys, I love this truck. So definitely planning on doing some off-road stuff with a couple friends. So I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. Like this isn't gonna be like a rock crawler or nothing. I don't got money for that. I mean, I don't really got money for doing anything too crazy for this truck, but you know, definitely this is like, you know, a daily, the main daily and stuff like that. And then I don't, you know, most of my time and money is going to go in the Hondas, of course, which is probably the reason you're watching this on this channel. So yep, there you go, guys. So did I make a bad trade or what? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.